Hello everyone, welcome to the day 4 of daily PYQ series for your upcoming NABARD Grade A 2026 cycle. So today we are going to cover the MCQs or the PYQs from the horticulture part, right? So let's start with the first PYQ. So question is, which of the following spices is popularly known as queen of spices? So yes, we know that the answer is option A, that is green cardamom, right? So yes, let's revise some of the king and queens in the horticulture, right? So we know the king of fruits is mango, then queen of fruits is mangosteen, okay? Then king of temperate fruit is apple, then king of arid fruit is pear, king of vegetable is potato, queen of vegetable is okra, then Adam's fig or the tree of paradise or the kalpataru is banana, okay, and the kalpavriksha is coconut, remember. Then the miracle fruit of China or the horticultural wonder of New Zealand is kiwi, and the butterfruit is avocado, okay. Then poor man's orange or the love apple is tomato. Then poor man's friend is again potato. Then king of spices is the black pepper. And this was a PYQ, that is queen of spices is the small green cardamoms, right? Then queen of beverages is tea. Food of God is cocoa. So these are some of the titles. Please revise them. They are again important. Okay. So yes, next PYQ is, in the orchard planting geometry, which planting system involves planting a filler tree at the center of the square formed by the four main plants placed at the corner in order to increase plant population during the early years of the orchard? So we know that this is a quincus, right? Option D is the right. So it is also called as a diagonal system or the quincunx system, right? Here there will be one filler tree at the center during the early stages or the early growth stages of the your orchard, right? So first, it is what? It is a just modification of the square system, square geometry, in which we are just adding one extra plant in the center of the square, right? So this is a square, and in when we add a filler tree, it will become a diagonal or the quincunx system, right? Then the double density, this due to this filler tree, this type of geometry accommodates double the number of plants than the previous methods, right? Then third is, the filler tree that you are going to choose should have the short lifespan, right? Because after the other main crops are going to mature and are going to start bearing fruits, we have to remove this filler tree to avoid the competition for resources, right? Then this is again the important fact. Please remember, to follow this system means you are going to follow this system when the distance between the two main crop is more than 10 meter, right? If the distance is late, it should be avoided because there will be again competition for resources. And the last is, as I said, we have to remove the filler tree to avoid competition when the main tree comes to full bearing, that is fruit will start, right? So yes, this is about the diagonal or the quincunx system. Next PYQ is in front of you. Which of the following permanent chemical preservative is commonly used for the long-term preservation in the fruits and vegetables? Okay, so yes, this the answer for this is E, sodium metabisulfite. Okay, for particularly for the fruit and vegetables for the long-term preservation, right? This is again the confusing question, but yes, let's study the concept and not go into that debate, right? So the first class is the natural preservatives, and the second class comprises the synthetic preservatives. So why they are called as a natural? Because yes, their origin is in natural ingredients, and they are used for centuries, and they are generally recognized as a safe for consumption, and that's why there is generally a no upper limit of use. But the synthetic compounds, they're strictly regulated under the different standards. In India we have FSSAI, right? It sets different standards, and yes, and for these synthetic, it is recommended for the maximum permissible limit, and above that you cannot use in the different fruits, right? So yes, in the examples of the class 1 natural type of preservatives are common salt, then sugar, then vinegar, that is again the acetic acid, then vegetable oils, honey, spices and condiments, alcohol, wood smoke, and the lemon juice. These are some of the examples of class 1 preservative. And class 2 we have benzoic acid. So form of benzoic acid that we use is the sodium benzoate. Okay, it's generally used in the beverages and the juices, right? And its function is to inhibit the yeast, mold, and bacteria. Then the sulfides, under sulfide we use the sodium sulfide and the potassium metabisulfide, right? And this is generally used for the, as I said, fruit and vegetables to avoid or prevent the browning and the spoilage, right? So yes, it is used for the dry fruits, wines, and processed foods. Then the sorbates, in that we use sorbic acid and potassium sorbate, and these are used in the cheese, baked goods, and beverages industry. It again inhibits mold, yeast, and bacteria. And the last one, that is nitrite, it is used generally in the meat industry, and the form that we use is sodium nitrite. Okay, so yes, it is primarily used in the cured meats, inhibit the growth of clostridium, right? So yes, this is about the preservatives. Next question is, which of the following organizations was established with the primary objective of promoting high-tech commercial horticulture and development of post-harvest infrastructure for fruits and vegetables? So these are the two keywords. So yes, the answer is the NHB, that is National Horticulture Board. Okay, so yes, last year they asked question on this. Okay, which institute gives funding or subsidy for the creation or the construction of greenhouse, and that time also the answer was NHB. And this year also they asked two questions on NHB. We will see the next in the next slide the next question. Okay, so yes, let's revise the NHB. It is a National Horticulture Board. It was again recommended by the group of committee on the perishable commodities, and it was headed by again the Swaminathan, Mr. Swaminathan, right, in the 1984. Okay, the ministry it comes under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, right? And the leader or the president of this board is the Union Agriculture Minister, and the headquarters of NHB is in Gurugram, Haryana. So its core mandate is to develop cluster or hubs for the promotion of high-tech commercial horticulture, right? Then it ensures availability of quality planting material in the horticulture sector. The infrastructure focus or the support for the infrastructure it provides includes the infrastructure for the post-harvest management and the cold storage or the cold chain development in the this industry, right? And it is responsible for the implementation of different schemes and projects. Let's discuss them one by one. So the first is the commercial horticulture scheme. In that it supports open field and protected cultivation, including the subsidy provision for the construction of greenhouse, then polyhouse, net house, etc. Okay, so yes, next is the cluster development program, CDP. Then the clean plant program, here it has a role to ensure the availability of virus-free planting material. This is the important. Okay, then the last one is MIDH, that is Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture. Under that, NHB act as an implementing agency for many of the schemes and projects, right? So yes, this is the NHB, National Horticulture Board. This is again the PYQ on the NHB. That is, the question is the headquarters of the NHB is located in which of the following? So we already covered that it is in Gurugram, Haryana. So yes, this was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next session.